Welcome back to another episode of the Grow Your Daycare Podcast. I am your host, Christina Rizakos, and I am so happy that you have found this podcast, that you are tuning in, especially if you are kind of thinking ahead and thinking, what do I need to focus on in 2026 when it comes to marketing? This is the episode for you. So if you've ever felt like your marketing is stuck on repeat or that you're doing everything and still not getting anywhere, today's episode is your fast track into the future. So let's talk about what's working now and what's coming in 2026 for childcare marketing. Because what worked in 2020, it's not cutting it anymore. And families are evolving, families are changing, attention spans are shrinking, and your marketing, it needs to evolve too. So make sure you have something to write on and a pen or a pencil because I want you to take some notes, okay? So trend number one, again, we're thinking about what is working now and what is going to be working heading into 2026. Trend number one, local ads with instant forms, okay? So when I say the word ads, it really means paying Facebook and Instagram to take your post or your promotion or your video and to target a local audience. You might want to invest $5, $10 a day, for example. And then when someone is interested, once they click on this ad, there's going to be a form or an instant form that pops up. And, your viewer, your client is still in the Facebook or Instagram platform, like they're still on the platforms. So that's really important as well. And I'll explain why in a bit. But once they're scrolling on social media, for example, they see your post, they click, there's a form that pops up, and then they get to answer some questions and give you their information. Okay. So Facebook and Instagram specifically, you need to be investing in ads that target parents within just a few miles of your center, obviously, right? So you don't need to have, like, for example, a fancy website. You don't need like a complicated marketing funnel. You just need a simple strategy, a piece of content that you can test in your town, and an instant form that you're going to fill out directly in the ads manager that allows people to, again, answer a few questions and then submit their info and just really 2 clicks. Like that's all it takes, okay? These are gold for centers with small teams and real enrollment goals. So if you are running a program right now, let's say you have some money to invest in Facebook ads, or maybe you're running a smaller center and you have $5, $10 a day that you want to invest in your marketing to get more enrollments. This is a trend that I think you should definitely test for your own business. It does not take a lot of tech knowledge. It doesn't take a huge ad budget. And again, everything is done for you inside the ads manager, where you're targeting your locals, showing them a piece of content or a few pieces of content, right? If you want to test a few creatives out, you're targeting your local audience, and then you're asking Facebook to get parents that are going to stop the scroll, watch, or read your post, and then click, and then more importantly, give you their information, right? And once you have their information, then you can obviously reach out and put them through your tour process and follow up and do all the things that you have to do to get them to enroll. Trend number 2, reels are larger than everything else, okay? So remember before in the intro when I said that, parents have shorter and shorter attention spans? This is why reels are so important, okay? So this is reels under 60 seconds, under 90 seconds. These are short form videos that you can use as a post in your stories. These are basically just bite-sized reel content that shows your staff interacting with the kids. Maybe it's a classroom activity, maybe the kid's playing, maybe there's a special message or a promotion, that you can, record a short reel using your smartphone and then, upload that on your platforms. Parents don't need or don't want polished posts. They want proof, and reels do that really well. And more importantly, they do that really quickly. They reach more local families. They're more engaging. Your chances of somebody, for example, reading a blog post versus watching a reel are higher when you are leveraging reels, okay? And I know that you're probably overthinking this. You're probably thinking, I don't like to dance on reels, and I don't like to, I don't know how to edit. I don't like the way I look on the camera. But again, I want to remind you that this episode is really focusing on what is working now and what is going to work heading into 2026, right? So if you're still in that mindset of I'm too afraid, I don't like the way I look, I don't like the way I sound, I don't know what I'm doing, you really need to get over that and you have to stop overthinking it, okay? So, example, a 15-second clip of a morning drop-off or a toddler building a block tower does more than a brochure ever could, okay? Of you asking questions to your staff, why do you like working here? Or recording a little, 30-second reel on the kids working on their fine motor skills and then just explaining what's going on, why it's important. So these are all just little things that you can definitely do without you even being on camera. You can just record your audio, right? You can just have your voice in the video and then just show, again, your facility, your program, the kids, your staff, right? You don't necessarily need to be in the video. So trends, really big. I want you to definitely go all in on them. Trend number 3 is AI and automation. And I know when I say the word AI, a lot of people kind of panic, especially when I say the word automation as well, because, chances are that if you're running a small in-home, you're not very tech savvy, and that is definitely fine. That is okay. But what is not okay is just staying put and just using that as the excuse that's going to hold you back from really feeling really confident about your program and, more importantly, about your marketing and your advertising, okay? AI is not going on anywhere. It has just begun, and it's going to stay, it's going to develop, it's going to get smarter and smarter and smarter and more effective. So you really have to get comfortable leveraging AI. So this doesn't mean that you have to be an AI expert. It just means that we really need to think about our time as something extremely precious, which it is. And we want to focus on using these technologies to help us kind of speed up the process or to help us kind of get our time back, okay? So things like ChatGPT, Canva templates, schedulers, in your business suites, maybe adding a chat on your website. So when someone does land on your website, there's an automatic chat that starts. These are just different ways that you can definitely leverage the power of AI without feeling glued to your phone, okay? You can batch a week of posts in an hour. You can create like ad copy with like a plug and play prompts using ChatGPT, for example. These are just great ways for you to prevent you from burning out from creating content, figuring out Canva, figuring out colors and branding and all the things, okay? If you are there right now, if you're thinking, I'd love to kind of get my time back, I just don't know what to do. Like I have to learn this from the beginning because I have no idea what's going on. We have a school community that you can definitely check out. Our prices are extremely cost effective. I actually designed this for childcare providers where you can basically get something to post every day and a graphic that goes along with it or a reel that goes along with it. We basically give you a complete social media content strategy. So if you want to check that out, I will put the links in the show notes. So that is definitely going to help you get your time back. And there's also marketing training where I actually teach you how to use AI, how to use Google My Business, how to leverage email marketing and all the things that I know are going to help you fully book your program, okay? So if you're still thinking, well, all I need to do is just post a picture this week, it's not good enough anymore. Posting a picture here or there, waiting for word of mouth to do its thing. I'm just here to tell you the future is local, it's visual, and it's smart. So pick one thing to implement this week. Maybe it's a reel, maybe it's boosting a post with a form. Just take one step and then just commit to it and get it done, implemented. And then I want you to message me and tell me how that went, how you felt, and if you got any results. And again, if you need help with your marketing, if you need, trainings, or you need someone to kind of give you something to post every day because you really don't have time, check out our school community. I'd love to have you inside there. Other than that, have an amazing rest of your day, friend, and I'll see you again in the next episode. Bye for now.